Good morning, everyone. Welcome to
Yeah,
our webinar.
Morning, morning.
Mr. Nick, how are you, sir?
yeah, I'm good. Actually, it's evening here.
Okay. Where are you speaking from?
Bangladesh right now.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I am in South Africa right now, and it's in the afternoon. But we always say good morning because we don't know who is joining from where.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Yes. So welcome. Is this your first time with us?
Right, this is the first time.
Okay. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Nick
Good morning.
is
Good
from
morning.
China.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone else. Welcome to our monthly webinar. We will be starting shortly officially, but we just wanted to have everyone with us to just welcome you and very unofficially speak to everyone and see how you're doing. So if you're here, please, you're welcome to unmute and tell us who you are, where you're from. I'll gladly hear from you. Hi, Mr. Abid. Good to see you again.
Yes, hello. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's well.
Bon dia.
Bom dia.
I can see you are enjoying Portugal very well.
Yes, it's amazing here. I've missed the sun, so I'm enjoying it and relishing it as much as I can while I am here.
No, that's great. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Okay, we will be starting in the next few minutes, in the next 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I will ask Sharafat to please play our promo video, and then we will officially start our webinar. Sharafat, you may go ahead.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our monthly webinar. It is a great pleasure again to see you so many times, so many new faces, but yet so many faces that I've met already quite a few times. Some of you we had coffee together, and some of you have been with us for the last few years. So welcome to our monthly webinar. As always, as we start, I always say something. This is not just a business gathering, but this is a family meeting where we meet so we can discuss what is the latest trend, what is happening, and what is the opportunity that's there right now for you and I, for all of us who is here. There's a saying that says that time and chance happens to us all. And I believe this is the right time and this is the opportunity that will be here today, this morning with us. And as you are in this place with us, seize the chance and seize the time. Okay, I can see a lot of familiar faces. Before I call Dr. Haider, before we start already, I want to also welcome my co-host today, Mr. Abid, who's here with us. I am currently from South Africa. Beautiful sunny weather. It's been very cold the last few days. And suddenly right now it's 22 degrees. So it's making me like my nose is already starting to run, but it's the weather. Mr. Abid, my co-host, how are you and how is the weather by your side today?
Hi, Abhishek. I'm good. I'm good. It is lovely to see all these wonderful people here together. I am currently on the road, actually. I'm in Lisbon, Portugal, visiting the family. It is quite warm outside, but it is still windy. It's nice and sunny, but it's 11 degrees. Can't complain. It's lovely here. So, bom parte, bom dia to all my Portuguese friends on the call with us. And yeah, excited to talk about all that we have in store for today.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And if you're joining us for the very first time, Business Summit, what is Business Summit about? Who we are and what do we do? I always say in only two sentences, I can explain what we do. Number one is that we connect businesses to investors. And number two, we help businesses grow globally. So that is our expertise. This is what we do. And this is the vision of our chairman who has been doing this for the last few decades. And this is where we excel. So today, if you're here and you have a project that is looking for funding, or if you have a business that is looking to expand globally, whether looking for suppliers or whether you need to expand your market, you are at the right place. So please, this is about you, this summit that we're having today. I want you, if you right now you are driving or if you thought you were just joining to listen, please, my friend, I want you to speak to us. I want you to prepare yourself to say a few words, to say who you are, where you're from, what do you do, and of course, what are you looking for? We had many times where people joined in the summit in this webinar and instantly got connected to their next business partner or the next investor that they were looking for. So if you are here, please, before I call Dr. Haider to give us a welcome speech, I want to hear from one or two of you. Let me know where you're calling from and what do you do and if there's anything you're looking for. I really would like to hear from my friend who's always here supporting us, Mr. Vladimir. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Thank you.
I have to hear from you. And anyone else who is here, please feel free to speak. If you're here, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, can I have a word?
Yes, please go, Mr. Azri.
Hi, I am Faizul Azri, the founder and head of content development of Gaharu Creations from Malaysia. Our journey began with a vision to bridge the gap between culture and modern digital expression. What we do here is we develop digital technology as our flagship product line offers anything as a service and as well as media initiative. We produce purpose-driven films and theater productions in Malaysia. So we look forward to connect with fellow investors and collaborators globally that willing to be our partner and we can collaborate globally together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my friend. I really, really appreciate you speaking out. I've been sharing with Dr. Haider for the last few weeks that when we started the webinar, I could see the generation that was there, but slowly we are moving towards having a lot of young people joining this webinar. And that speaks a lot to show that, yes, the younger people, we are ready for the next challenge. We are ready to take the baton in our hand and run with it. So, I like this attitude. Please, brother, we have to connect after this meeting. We will be definitely collaborating. Okay, thank you so much. I can see people are still joining. I would like to also wish those who are celebrating a very happy Easter. And please, we wish you the very best and wish you the very happiness, every happiness. And we believe that every victory will be yours as you celebrate Easter. So thank you so much for joining us. We will not be very long. We will stay and stick to our 90 minutes meeting today. And without any further ado, let me please welcome Dr. Haider Uzzaman, our chairman for Business Summit, who has been the brainchild, who has been the visionary of this whole business that we have been operating for the last few years, but who has been in business for the last few decades in the airline sector, in the hospitality, you name it, and he's been there. Dr. Haider, good morning. How are you?
Bon dia, good morning, Bozu. Здравствуйте, Assalamu alaikum. I'm fine. How are you all? Ni hao.
We are good, Dr. Haider. We are good. We are very happy to see such a good crowd despite Easter. We know we never changed the date, but we can see people still wants to join and be part of what we are doing.
Yeah, my best wishes for all my friends that are enjoying and celebrating Easter. A happy Easter and upcoming Sunday. I'm sure that they are enjoying and they will enjoy with a little break here in the Business Summit because our business has to move. Thanks for joining. And before a few minutes, I was talking to my friend, one of the participants, and he was asking, will there be anybody? I said, there will be people that need to be here, whether it is with all due respect on any religion, every religion, and also on the programs and celebrations of any religion. That if somebody need to be there, this is in 1 hour to 90 minutes break summit, and of course, as we know, the difficulties in doing business, and the business owners are the worst sufferer at the moment. If somebody is not in business, he or she has something else to do, the government is taking care of, or somebody else is taking care of. Politicians are, enjoying their life in different way. But again, only the business owners, we are the one that need to be here because of the worries about the staffs end of the month that they need to be paid. The rents need to be paid, the taxes and fees need to be paid, the electricity, water, gas, and all those need to be paid for. So this is very, very important, and the bank need to be paid for as well. So these are the issues. Of course, our people are those who have joined. I'm sure most of them are in business, and they get this pain regardless. Good time, bad time, war time, happy time, worse time. These bills are on. So you need to keep your business sustained and grow. You need to generate more revenue. So that's why I used to say, when the world is sleeping, there is probably only one person that is working, that is Haider. So, and you can really win over. This is how I feel. Well, I'll not take too long time today. So we are having some exciting news for you. And I would say, what exciting news you'd expect. You can already text us from the chat room, and we will disclose it very soon. With this, I would say, let's welcome our first speaker. Is she here? Her Excellency, the Ambassador of South Africa to Portugal former, and a very nice person, patriot, South African lover. She has been pursuing me to host this summit, our in-person summit 2025 in South Africa. But you know, she has been very kind, very nice, and very pursuing since beginning of last year, and or even earlier, that we should do this summit in South Africa. Well, we are not doing it in South Africa at this point of time, but we are close to Africa. South Africa, it's in Africa. So we have respected her. We brought it in. We are hosting it in Africa. So if Madam is here, is she here, Ms. Avi?
Yes, Dr. Haider.
Okay.
She's here, probably
Excellency
using
is a veteran ambassador and a diplomat, career diplomat, and a South African lover and an African lover. I can say that blindly. You know, I have seen hardly many, not many ambassadors like her, and a person who understands business and also who knows what to do to facilitate the business. I wish that the government of South Africa will utilize her experience and knowledge in a much bigger scale. And we will be cooperating and collaborating with Her Excellency during our journey for the whole year and years to come. Wish you all the best, Excellency. Welcome to this webinar, and it's time for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Haider. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, Excellency, we can.
Okay. It's so nice to see you, Dr. Uzzaman, and your team. And I would first of all like to thank you and appreciate your consideration for this webinar. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and your team and all the participants that you normally bring on the webinar. First of all, I would like to remember it's our Holy Week. Today it's our Holy Saturday. Very soon I would be going to prepare myself to go to the church for the Candle Saturday. But I would like to start by posing this question: why South Africa? And most of the things that I'm going to say about South Africa do as well, are as well important for Africa and refer to Africa as well. And to respond to the question, why South Africa, is that South Africa is a vibrant emerging market that provides investors access to global markets. South Africa has got abundant natural resources, advanced financial services and banking sector, world-class infrastructure and logistics. One other important thing which is a benefit is young, eager labor force, and of course, an excellent quality of life. Besides all these characteristics, we do have what we call support for an investor. If you do invest in South Africa, there's a support. And the sector fact sheets are available in various sites that I would share with the summit after this. We have support for aerospace, agriculture, aquaculture, automotive, chemicals and cosmetics, electronics, film, green economy, metal fabrication, railway and ocean economy. A business information resource for startups and large business that supports the whole business life cycle. With regard to the investment in energy-related products and services, information is available on the Energy One-Stop Shop website that I'll share with the summit after this. Now, the next thing that I would like to draw your attention to is the platform to support growth, which is preferential access to key world markets. South Africa is a member of the World Trade Organization. And South Africa is also a member of the following regional trading groups: Southern African Customs Union, which we commonly call SACU, Southern African Development Community, SADC, and Free Trade Area. Economic partnership agreements between SACU and the EU, African Growth and Opportunity Act, which is, of course, a question mark at the moment, as you all know the issues in the media. Africa Continental Free Trade Area with the states of the African Union, which is one big achievement for Africa. That Africa had, most African countries have signed for that one, which really puts Africa on a better platform to do business with the world. Then, as far as the economic sectors are concerned, we have the economic sectors with value, which are green economy. Within the green economy, it includes the green energy, hydrogen, and biofuels. We have the resource-based industries like mining, agro-processing, which are very important and key industries for the country, which are worth investing in, of course. And the services industry, which would include oil and gas, shipbuilding and repairs, and of course the manufacturing, which is the major one being the automotive, railway, metals, fabrications, and advanced manufacturing of electronics and aerospace field. South Africa is as well a principal manufacturing hub and a leading services destination in Africa. And the economy, the South African economy, is one of the open economies in the world, with a ratio of exports and imports to GDP exceeding 58%. And of course, as I already said, the preferential access to numerous global markets. And I have already mentioned the infrastructure, that we have an extensive and modern infrastructure network, which is really a reason for investors to consider investing in South Africa. The other thing, important reason why South Africa is an important destination for investment is that it offers supportive and growing ecosystems as a hub for innovation, technology, and fintech. So we are saying to investors, those who would like to invest, whether it's a startups or it's a big company, South Africa is ready and open for investment and business. I'll give you an example. We have a startup company that came from Portugal that invested in South Africa some years back, and in the automotive sector. That company has now grown into leaps and bounds. It started as a small company in the Eastern Cape. It has grown. It is now spread into the Gauteng province. It has got another branch in Gauteng, and it's growing really fast, and even is brought in other automotive sector car manufacturers like they started with the Volkswagen and BMW. Now they've brought in Mercedes, they've got now Nissan, they've got Ford as some of their clients, and that's a very encouraging move for the startups that come from a very humble beginning, and now is grown into a very big company. So even in South Africa, we do have people who are looking for opportunities, for example, in mining and agriculture. There are a lot of companies or projects and programs that are looking for investors in mining and in agriculture. For example, there's an opportunity in mining, particularly in platinum and chrome and all other, a number of other minerals that any investor would be interested to come and invest in. So I think that for now, this is what I just wanted to share with you, and thank you very much, Dr. Haider, and for having me on this platform today.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We really, really appreciate you coming here with us today, despite your commitment, despite you needing to go somewhere else. We really appreciate it, and it's really exciting what you have said, because it's very true. It's very true. South Africa, and indeed African continent itself, there is so much of resources and so much of potential. And the reason we are holding this summit every month and focusing a lot, of course, with the whole world economy, but especially in Africa, because we believe in the potential that this continent has. So, Your Excellency, we really appreciate you coming here. And more importantly, we had a call already, and I know very soon we will meet you very soon in Kenya. And again, to see you speak about the role of really South Africa in the African continent. And it's very interesting, even looking at this map that we've put here, what each country in Africa and what are they producing. And if you look at this, this is really interesting. You look at South Africa, you've been speaking about South Africa, gold, a major exporter of gold. It's very exciting to see this. Many countries right now, many economies are starting to back up their currency with gold, copper, crude oil, and iron, cotton, coffee. I've read in the last two or 3 days that some farmers are starting to use coffee as a means of exchange because of the price of coffee. If you're like me, you love coffee, you will know that the price of coffee has doubled in the last month. So yes. So thank you, Your Excellency. We look forward to see you again very soon in Kenya, and we will have a call very soon.
Yes, I look forward to coming to Kenya and hope to be there in person. I like Kenya. Kenya is one of the very interesting country and destination. I've been to Kenya in my life about 4 times already. So I'm looking forward to coming back there to Kenya and savor their coffee and tea That's the way they make their tea. I loved it, and when each time I go to Kenya, I go to Nakumata and stock up with coffee
Right.
and tea.
I do the
No,
same,
that's
Excellency. I do the same. I like this Kerichu tea from Nakumat. I buy always few boxes.
Yeah.
It's really good tea. Good agriculture products from Kenya. It's really great.
Okay, thank you, and I'll see you there.
Sure. Thank you, Excellency, and enjoy your day, and regards to your family and friends.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And enjoy the rest of this deliberations. I'm sorry
Yeah,
that I
there will
couldn't
be.
stay.
Sure. There will be questions. We will communicate you later with the questions so that you can answer, and we will let our friends know and answer, get engaged with them, and give them the assistance required. Once we get the questions, our team will be in touch with you, and will feed them back with the
Okay, and I'll
information.
provide you with the websites that I said people can look into for the fact sheets and all those. Okay,
you.
Dr. Haider. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
It has been
Bye-bye.
nice seeing you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Okay, I would like to continue, but before we continue, I just saw a very good friend that we started talking recently, and the reason I am calling him because he is right now also in South Africa. Reverend Prince Johnson, are you here, my very good friend? If you're here, you can unmute and say a few words. Mr. Johnson from Johannesburg. So the reason I'm calling you to say a few words because we just spoke to Her Excellency from South Africa. So it would be good to hear from another South African. And if you're here, you can unmute yourself and say a few words. Otherwise, I would like to also encourage everyone who is here, please do not just be here to listen, but be a participant. Tell us what your need is. You don't know right now in this room who is holding the solutions that you're looking for, who is holding the need that you're looking for, or who is holding the funding that you're looking for. So please, if you're here and you know you're in a desperate situation, we all are at this point in time. There's uncertainty everywhere when you look at it. So please, if you're looking for something, feel free. Oh, I can see you. How are you? Comment ça va, Monsieur Djejoune?
Ah, mon frère, Avishek, salut, salut. Salut à tout le monde.
How are you?
I
I
am
think we'll need to
blessed,
speak
thank you.
English though because not everyone speaks French.
Ah, ouais, c'est vrai. Hello, everyone. Greetings.
It's good to have you
And
with us. Yes.
thank you. No, it's a pleasure. It's an honor being here. As a matter of fact, I wanted to say something while we were still on Kenya. I came with a very good friend of mine and a brother. He's from Kenya, Honorable Senator Samuel Masaki. He's here with us. He will can say hello to the rest of the team.
Yes, of course, of course.
As we
Please, this
continue.
is free. Everyone, this is free. Please, you can unmute,
Thank
show your
you.
video, you can speak.
Honorable. Hello. Sorry, I wanted also to say one thing regarding in regards to our last meeting. Indeed, it was a pleasure and a great honor exchanging with you. Here also, I extended the invitation to His Excellency Lujuera Birindwa, the Director General. C'est lui le Directeur Général des Hydrocarbures in the Democratic Republic of Congo. He's here with us on the panel. I equally extended the invite to Tulani, His Excellency Tulani in Chapo. They are all here. So I would love to say to each and everyone here with us, feel free. And this is not the first time I'm here, nor the second, and this is my family and home. As a matter of fact, like I explained to everyone, I am the global ambassador of the Business Summit, and with a Vice President, His Excellency Avishek, with us here in South Africa, and me in the Johannesburg town. So we can do this coalition together, create this synergy moving forward for the benefit of our dear continent, Al-Kebulan. Let's reconstruct Africa. Let it rise once again. Shalom, shalom, our family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. And yes, if any of His Excellency would like to talk, they are welcome to speak about what they are looking for and what their country is looking for. Please, you're welcome. But without any further ado, I would just like to really welcome again everyone here and again remind everyone the reason you're here is for two reasons. We connect you to investors to get your funding, and we help you expand globally. The reason I am saying this again is because we have noticed a trend in our webinar where there are a lot of new people who are joining us. So we want you to know very clearly what we do. Okay, and Business Summit is here. Dr. Haider has been traveling in Africa, Dr. Haider, if I'm not wrong, for the last 30 years, over 40 plus countries. So we're here. If you're from Africa, we are here. You can trust us. And our summit in Kenya is very, very focused on Africa itself. Okay, I will invite my co-host, Mr. Abid, who will be calling in our next speaker. Mr. Abid, you may go ahead.
Thank you, Abhishek. Yes, like Avi said so far, please speak up. Please join in the conversation. We love to hear you speak. We would love to know why you're here, what you offer, and we can definitely help you out in whatever capacity we can. And sometimes in capacities that you might not even know that we're capable of. So please don't stay quiet. Put yourself in the chat. Let your voice be heard. Okay, without further ado, the next speaker, I could go on and on for hours about how much he is truly involved in, because there's so much. I had the pleasure of meeting him in Kuala Lumpur at our last investor summit in November, and he's just as insightful as he is funny. Whether it's proudly promoting his nation through Diaspora Prime Portugal or showcasing innovations in the automotive market with Tuga, Senor Gonzalo is nothing short of brilliant and has insight that few individuals possess. To formally introduce and say a few words about his dear and close friends, I would like to ask our president, Dr. Haider, to say a few words.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Haider, the mic is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Abid. Mr. Gonzalo is, he loves to be termed as global lobbyist. He's a high-level, highly connected person with a lot of wisdom, with a lot of charisma, with a lot of great reputation globally. He just spoke in the AIM's Congress in Abu Dhabi last week, and we met in Kosovo last year together, and then we have been meeting in numerous programs and investment discussions, business promotions, and together even a few weeks back we were talking in the University of Catholic University in Lisbon together on financial diplomacy globally for Portugal. So as you can hear, as you can understand, that Mr. Gonzalo has as I said, a lot of wisdom and reputation and the capability of delivering what many of us need. So without wasting more time, I think I would like to welcome my friend, Mr. Gonzalo Trenas, to come and give some insights, what he has in mind and what magic he can bring for us to rebound some of the business, given the global instability and the problems and the difficulties that the world is going through right now, as you all know, with the geopolitical situation, with the war, with the problem, with these leadership and decisions of some of the leaders in the world are really businesses are in turmoil situations. So I feel that Mr. Gonzalo will be able to give a very good insight on some of the businesses that we don't probably know. We probably know, but we don't know what is the solution. So with this, let us all welcome Mr. Gonzalo Trenas, the founder and member of the Advisory Council of Diaspora Prime Portugal, and also the International Affairs Director of Tuga Innovations, one of the best possible companies in the world for many countries. I think he will be able to say more. Let's welcome Mr. Gonzalo. Thank you for joining, my friend, also during these holidays to make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Let me start addressing a greet to my fellow panelists, Your Excellency. It's a pleasure to be again with you in this business summit. Abhishek and Habib, by the way, I wasn't aware that you are in Lisbon, so it's we need to catch up. If I was aware, I already assault your hotel. So for the rest of the audience, thank you very much for attending. Let me say that the person that Dr. Haider said in the beginning, that he was speaking with about the momentum of this meeting in middle of the weekend of the Easter, it was me. Because to be honest, I was a little bit surprised that he kept the schedule, but more than 50 attendees is something remarkable. So, my friend, for sure you are doing a great work. Let me start by giving a first-hand confirmation is that we will attend Kenya. So the business summit in Kenya is one of our upcoming events. So count on us to be there. And having that said, what can I say about Africa that wasn't already said? So I will touch three major bullet points: African mindset and African mind state, Africa coalitions, and the soft power of economic diplomacy. These three bullet points, I believe, are in the agenda, and at least that's what we apply in our daily business and daily work. So about Africa, one thing that I have learned living in the continent during more than 10 years is that each and every country have their specific advantages. And when we speak about Africa, I used to say in some conference where I speak, no one can speak about Africa as one, because we have more than one Africa. And the same approach cannot be used in the different regions. So we have the Maghreb, we have the sub-Saharan countries, Southern Asia, Africa, and South Africa. So I believe that the approach, that's what we use anyway, it's key in order to identify the mindset and, most important, the mind state of each leadership in Africa and in different regions. Having living in Africa give me the experience of understand the difference of cultures, but there's one that I believe it's common to all of them. It's that all of the leaders in Africa are survivors, because it's not the same to start up a business and develop a brand or a successful business in such complex environment in like some countries in Africa, than do it the same in the United States or in the comfort of the Occidental countries like Europe. So I believe that these kind of approaches are key in order to allow us to make business and creating bonds between African countries and Occidental markets. Also, Africa gives us an enormous quantity of business opportunities, and we just need to look at each country and understand the advantage that we can face. Abhishek just present a global map of the African continent, and it's easy to see that in each region there are some natural resources. So let's not invent the wheel again, and let's see in the countries we are what or which are the best niches to invest or the biggest business opportunities to address business deals. So for me, the experience looking to Africa and speaking about African mindset and African mind state, those are some topics that we believe that are very important before thinking doing business in the continent. Another thing that I can pinpoint, it's a word that it's in the center of the agenda, and I think it's a global agenda, and I'm talking about Africa coalitions. I believe that this must be a strategic approach and looking for quick wins in each coalition, in each partnership that can be implemented between countries. Because first of all, Africa needs to work with Africa. Africa needs to feed Africa, and Africa needs to take care of regulatory and the mindset of business. The academia of Africa are very, very important. And one thing that I have learned living in Africa is that we can never apply our culture or our way of doing things coming out of Africa in Africa. So with that said, what I want to share is that it was always my way of doing things to look for strategic local partners, because they are the ones who understand the local culture, the difficulties, the something that the English call the little big things. Because sometimes a missed word or unknown speech can be unrespectable, can touch some existence local strategies that we don't know about. And if we don't know, and if we don't understand the local criteria, the local parameters, we risk to kill our business or to kill our approach in the first meeting. With that said, and it's also another bullet point that I can address to the audience, it's to acknowledge and read the room. Probably for me, and now I'm talking about economic diplomacy, reading the room might be key to keep us on the first round in business and in collaboration and in partnerships. Not very far away, I had a very interesting meeting in Angola with a gentleman that I didn't knew face to face, and one of the first things that I have noted is the empathy. So, and this is very, very important nowadays, because businessmen are a little bit how should I say, tired of the traditional approach in business, because business at the end of the day, it's all about people. So one of the first sentence that this gentleman said to me, or maybe it was me said to him, is, "It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure this is your lucky day." And in a very classy way, he just addressed me the same expression. And and the empathy and the feeling in between people is something that most of the times is even more important than the technical skills or capacities. So if we understand who we have in face of us, if the empathy comes, if we have the same mind state on business, it is much easier to do business and to integrate the way of doing things. And coming for the the bullet point that I've mentioned in the beginning, economic diplomacy. Well, I believe that in nowadays, much more than before, diplomacy is changing towards an economic approach rather than politicians. And I have worked with several ambassadors in Africa, and one thing that I understood is that if we use diplomacy as a strategic economic tool, we are helping economies, we are helping markets, and definitely the soft power of diasporas can play a very important role. And last week, as Dr. Haider said, I was speaker in AIM Congress, a very interesting conference with the worldwide approach. One thing that I understood is that, and I always defend, the future of Africa and the future of African development relies on their diasporas. And I felt that in several stages, in several momentums, because the Africa diaspora have a new or a different way of seeing Africa, because they have they have the experience of doing business out of Africa, and they learn and they create bridges with several cultures, and that allows them, once they come back home, to have a different vision of how address business and how to create bridges between different cultures. So I believe pretty much that the future of African countries and development and the emerging countries in Africa relies on their diasporas. And I really hope so that that became a reality stronger and stronger, because the experience that I have is pretty much interesting with those who have going abroad, had new experience and understood how the world faces different problems and in different economies, in different markets, and it's a game changer. So if you ally with that the lobby approach through the capacity of reading the room, if you gathering with local strategic partners, if you bring skills and soft skills in the room, this becomes a mingle between business intelligence, media intelligence, and PR. So, in my opinion, economic diplomacy should be an assistant of corporations, associations, when it comes to invest in new countries. And that's how we are. That's the strategy that we are implementing nowadays. Let me just, Dr. Haider, speak you about the upcoming events where we want to showcase our businesses, and this is another strategy that we use. Create new frontiers opening new markets and using the advantages that only Africa can have is also key to success. And it's very important to be able to travel, to be present in different stages, and to understand how globally economies, cultures, and trends are going through. So we will be present in Osaka 2025, the global worldwide exhibition in Japan. In this case, we will showcase TUG Innovations. It's the company that you have mentioned, and I'm participating. We will also be present in several economic missions. The region of Balkans is one of them. As you said before, Kosovo is a very interesting country to explore because it's in the heart of Balkans, and it's the unique country that use as official currency the euro, even if it's not integrated in the economic union, European Union. We will showcase in the QSP summit that I invite everybody to attend in Portugal. For us, is one of the most interesting strategic thinking and management summits in Europe. It will happen in Porto 1, 2, and 3 of July. I invite you everybody to stay tuned about this summit. And missions to Angola, and of course preparing AIM 2026, where we have received already the invitation to come along and speak again. And to finish, let me just share with you something that was for me not impressive, but it was an open high. In AIM Congress in Abu Dhabi last week, a lot of countries were present, but we didn't see Europe, neither United States. The star in that room was Africa, and it was really impressive to see, for instance, the DRC, Congo. They have showcased, they have present a PR program, pinpointed all the assets of that country and the business opportunities. And it was very interesting to understand how they prepare themselves to showcase, to be on stage, and to present the country as an investment destination. And that shows me personally that Africa is waking up and is treating these kind of events in a very, very professional and accurate way. And so these show us that Africa is playing a specific and a crucial role on development, and as a major player on global markets. And we believe that being together in Africa, and at this moment, our base in Africa is in Angola, through ACBE Angola, it's a cluster on biodiversity and inclusion, and we want to create bridges, and this will happen very soon. Stay tuned in our LinkedIn and in our presences in events. We will soon create a bridge between Southern Africa, based in Angola, together with our co-founder of Ashipala, with more than 2 decades of experience in Angola. We will create a bridge with one of the regions where I believe everybody should look at, the Middle East. And the Middle East doesn't play. So they are facing the trends and all the complexity of the world in a very particular way. And I see myself on that way of doing things. They are preparing the future with a very intelligent and sharp agenda. and we want to stay tuned with that mindset, and we will work together close to the Middle East. And I believe that this might be a very intelligent landscape between African countries and that region in the world. And with this, my fellow friends, I think I have made my contribution in the Easter weekend. I'm free to exchange and to answer any kind of questions. And thank you very much again for the opportunity not to speak, but to be among friends.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gonzalo. Really, again, it's always a pleasure to hear from you. Really a bank of wisdom and a true lobbyist, I must say. Every single time I hear you speaking, I can see how, like you said, the room has been read correctly, and the strategy that you take, not only when speaking, but in business, it's really remarkable. And one other thing that you said and that really, really impacted me is this, the globalization, that Africa should not be seen just as, yes, of course, as one, but there are different cultures, there are different countries, people from different part of Africa. And sometimes we can read that completely wrong. For example, like you said, we focus on the strength of certain countries, what they have. So it's very important. So going into what you have said and spoken, I am here in this room, and while you were talking, there are a lot of people who are from Africa today, and I can see from different countries. And we also have two other ambassadors who I'll be calling to say a few words very shortly. But for now, I would like to hear someone from Africa who maybe has a question or maybe has something to add to what Mr. Gonzalo has spoken. So if you're here and you would like to add or ask a question, especially if you're from Africa, I want to hear from you. Please unmute yourself and you are welcome to speak.
Good evening. Thank you, everyone. This is Honorable Masaki Samuel from Kenya. I want to...
Good afternoon, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you all. This is my first time here, and I want to thank Reverend Prince for the invitation. I'm from Kenya, and I want to welcome you to Kenya as one of the country in Africa that is has potential for all the investors. We welcome all the investors, a country that is stable, both politically and economically, and it's a gateway for East African market. So you're all welcome. I wish you all blessed Easter. And also, there's so much, we cannot finish everything in this summit. So I don't want to bother you with a lot of things, but you can always interact through our platforms, through the channels and the proper protocol that you have. And you're welcome to Nairobi. The government of Kenya is willing and is giving a lot of opportunities to all investors who wants to come here and invest and partner with us. And that should be the key. We want to be key players and we want to be partners. We don't want to treat investors in a different way. We want you to be partners with the government of Kenya so that you can work and live here and also invest here as a way of getting through the East African market and Africa in general. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Excellency.
For Dr. Haider, please go ahead.
Thank you, Excellency, for joining and giving your good words. For sure, we all are African lover, and Kenya especially close to my heart because that was the first country in Africa that I visited first. That a gentleman I met incidentally and took me to Nairobi long years back, 3 decades before. And that's where we started. And now I have hundreds of thousands of friends. And I think in Nairobi, I have been there for more than 40, 50 times. including my last trip was last month, twice in Nairobi. So it's a great place, great country. And as I always say, that because there were 5 candidates to host the summit, Investor Summit 2025. And as I said, the ambassador of South Africa has been very kind and pursuing for last 2 years that we should hold it in South Africa. But I said, it was my vote. We gave a vote. We did a voting in our summit in Kuala Lumpur. We did it in a very democratic way. And all these 5 countries like Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana were the candidates. So there were votes. I think the majority of the votes went in favor of South Africa, but I had a power that veto power, so I said I voted for Kenya in fact, and with my votes, Kenya won. So because I explained to the audience that why should we hold it in Kenya? Because it's the gateway of Africa, very safe, nice place, beautiful people. I have never faced any problem in Kenya. Even, I go in middle of the night, somebody is there to help me. And it doesn't need that somebody I need to have a friendship. When I'm in the airport in JKIA, I ask anybody. And with a little bit of my Jambo, Havarigani, and all those, they think that I'm their great friend and I don't show up. So they feel that I'm one of them. And, we start our journey from there. So that's how it is. So it's a convenient place. And Kenya is only the country, I guess, in Africa that welcomes every countries from all around the world traveling without a visa. And especially for the Africans, even the Nigerians. We will have a lot of Nigerian investors joining, investors from Nigeria. Can you imagine? I have 4 billionaire friends that will be joining in Nairobi Summit in October that are Nigerian origin, but living in UK, living in some other places in the US, and also in Nigeria. But they are still, some of them are still holding Nigerian passport and they cannot go to Europe. Like last time we invited so many and they wanted to come and they didn't have a Schengen visa till the last moment. So for Nairobi, they don't need a visa. Nigerians don't need a visa. So this is one of the reasons that we selected Nairobi in Kenya. And Kenyans are really not only welcoming, they're business-wise, they're very much matured and welcoming. They know what to talk about in terms of business. It started from a taxi driver from the airport until the last person in your country, the bank owners and everyone. Everyone knows the business literacy is very heavy in Kenya. So that's one of the reasons that we selected Nairobi as a hub for us, for our summit. And thanks for your kind words. And we are seriously looking forward to bringing 200 top business owners and investors in your city on 21st and 22nd of October. And you will see how we do this. We don't believe in talking and sending too many emails and you never know who you are talking. We believe in having a cup of coffee with you, have a lunch with you, and talk business for 5-10 minutes and close the deal. It happens most of the time that on the spot we close deals, like in Kuala Lumpur. We close deals. $100 million deal closed on the spot in Kuala Lumpur because the investors and the investees, they met each other. And they discussed the terms and conditions, agreed. And in 7 days' time, they signed. So that is how we work, that we start, involving people face-to-face on the spot, and you know who you are talking, you know who you are dealing with. And we will give you the information of the projects, either it is in Kenya, in Uganda, or in Portugal or in Germany or in Bangladesh or in India or in China or anywhere in the world. So this is a global platform, global organization that we have been thriving for last many years. And with my humble connections over 150 countries, my team has been delivering fantastic services to all our partners and friends. And we say families, as you know, we turn our customers to family members. That's our success. As Mr. Gonzalo, I just met him less than a year time, and we are now more than family. And he's asking my son if he didn't know that he's here in Lisbon. If he knew, then he would be snatching him out for, the treat and discussion and coffee, lunch, dinner. So that's how we deal with, we make it a family. That's why you can see all of the people here, they're like, and those who did not join today, they're all like families, we don't keep anything hidden. We give the clarity to our investors where they're investing. We give clarity that, okay, you get to know your project owners, your partners. Also, we give the clarity to the project owners that you also know the investors, and face to face, ask him 110 questions if you have. So they meet on the spot and close deals. This is how we do this. I'll not take too long time in the middle of the Easter holiday. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And we'll need your
so
support
much.
and help and blessings for
I
making.
will need your official letter so that I can also invite the president to be part of this summit officially, so that he can also fully open the summit and invite the delegation, so that we can have a round table. We have an open government. We work with everyone. We work with all the visitors. We want you to enjoy the hospitality of being in Kenya, because it's a safe country. It's good for all of us, and it's a gateway to business. We have so much that you can tap in. We have housing projects, affordable housing projects. We have energy. We have food security. We have energy. We have health. These are potential for business people. So we want you to come here and feel that the government of Kenya is willing to engage with you, is willing to give you the blessings so that you can do business here in Kenya. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Excellency. For sure, we will be engaging with our friend and sending you the letter very soon, as early as next week once the offices opens. And as you mentioned, the opportunities are ample in Kenya, because you are supporting few other countries, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, a part of DRC, through your port. Its Mombasa port is only the lifeline for all these countries. Without Mombasa, these are all dead. Tanzania, you know the difficulties. They're a very good friend of mine. President Kikwete is like a father figure, a brother, a big brother. He considers me as a younger brother. But still, the country was a socialist country, and they're not Kenya and Tanzania. They're your neighbor. You are a common member of EAC. But I can see a gulf of difference, even with Ethiopia. Is a different ballgame. That's why in the middle, Kenya is in the right place to do business. And I can see I have been talking to Uganda for a project that I will talk to you later one-to-one, and related to logistics, like related to your port. You can earn double the money that you are earning if you can really properly serve all these countries. Just investing a little bit on your infrastructure, we can bring the money to invest. You don't need to invest even $1. We will get you the money. We will invest the money. But you need to, as a government, need to facilitate and open the doors. That's it. We'll do rest of the things. And this event can really be a gateway for the country, for you, for His Excellency the President, to make it happen, because you will be talking to all these investors, coming 200 people face to face. And what you have, the president can offer on the spot. And he can bring his team and say, here is my team. You tell them what you need. Recently, Bangladesh held a business summit, and that is how they did it. They copied our formula. The government normally they don't have a stronger point, but we have been doing it for a long time, and Bangladesh government also borrowed it from us, and many of the ideas they copied from us, and they got I think around $3 billion of investment commitment on the 9th of April. The investment summit ended, and $3 billion over dollars they got a commitment from investors. So this is what exactly we are looking at: $100 billion investments coming from this summit in Nairobi. So it's, I think, a game-changing program for lifetime, I would say. Thank you very much. I think I have taken too long time.
Thank you.
There are other speakers to speak. Thank you, Excellency. We'll be in touch. Thanks for your good words.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll share my contact so that you can be able to get it across board, and my email and my contact. You can reach me directly through my WhatsApp and my email in case you need clarification, in case you need anything in any government institution or department or ministry. You can reach to me directly, then you can redirect you to how you can be able to read them. Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
Asante.
So if I can talk, Peter here from Kenya. Before Honorable Masaka goes,
yes,
probably we can also get in touch. I lead AMEC, Africa Asia Middle East Chamber of Commerce. We have already engaged some people, especially in the high office in State House. So it's good to have in touch so that there's a diplomacy how we take it over there, okay? Just to know who we have engaged here and there, probably we can also have a chat, okay?
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, okay, okay. I will share my contact there as well. Then, yeah, probably you can pick it up from where we've left.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes, but I wanted to really belabor the point that Honorable has said. Yes, Africa is a destination. Together with the speaker before then, that was Mr. Goncalo. Yeah, it's really a big deal. Africa is really a big deal. And we say that sustainable trade, sustainable investment, sustainable innovation, this exchange will only be when there's mutual benefit. The things that we belabor now is to say, as we get on the negotiation table, investors all over the world being welcomed to Kenya and into Africa and all these other places, we need to work together on a sustainable basis. That is what is going to help us tomorrow. Remember, African, they have the woods of what has happened before. And I like the word economic diplomacy vis-a-vis political diplomacy that I had the speaker who come in before then. We're really looking forward into discussions and negotiations on the table that are going to help both of us. We are talking about a population like in Kenya that is, mostly youthful. So very much, willing to have the uptake of technology. We're talking about a market that is open. We're talking about natural resources that are available. And these are opportunities that if we work together, we have the experience, the technological and economic advancement in Asia, in the Middle East, that can really, really be useful if there is communication, if there is understanding, if there is trust. I think people say, and it's acceptable now, it's no longer a cliche, that people do business with the ones they will trust, okay? So if events and organizations like Business Summit can really step into that, and all of us who are here, bring people together and bridging and talking about trust, talking about communication, exchange of ideas, and helping people to understand one another, then you can be sure we'll get to the next level. We have done many events in this country and in other places. And I can tell you, when you look at the conversion rate, you look post-event. I like what Dr. Haider was talking about, the numbers from a different place. I think that was Malaysia. When you talk about the reality, because you want to do some audit after the event, what are the successful deals? What are people saying? What are the outcomes? So that you better it for tomorrow. Yeah. And if this can happen and we continue measuring and looking at one another as brothers, just from different continents and different countries, then we can talk about success. And I'm sure that is what we are looking for. We are the local partners of Business Summit in holding this from AMEC. And, we have gone to the hotel. There's an hotel that has already been earmarked. I saw that. A lot of things are going to happen here. So again, assuring you guys that, this is going to happen, and we are very hopeful, and we want to really ensure that at the end of the day, it can be yet another leg, yet another benefit for our country. Thank you very much.
If I may speak,
everyone.
good day, if I may speak. Yes, my name is Sylvester Pat. I'm from South Africa. My company is Worldwide Holding South Africa. We're doing petroleum here in South Africa, SADC area, and Sub-Sahara. I do not want to sound, cynical or somehow negative or so. At the beginning, when we started the company, Worldwide in 2019, we decided to work right in South Africa. So until 2023, we decided to go out and venture to our African brothers, country brothers and neighbors, and then the continent entirely so. But to my surprise, that being put down a little bit, there's a big problem in our continent that we need to look at and then put it in and then attention to it. But before I go further, I would like to say thank you to Reverend Johnson that is here. Thank you for inviting me here, because he's the one that knows my frustrations. I even wanted him to be my mandate to some few countries like Burkina Faso, Burundi, and others. Yeah, my experience is here that I want to put on the table to everyone as an African based in Africa and in the southern part. We have a tendency, the old tendency of putting down the economy or degrading our own economies to a point whereby degrading companies in overseas, they started degrading us and dwelling much on our currencies and putting it down and reduce it to nothing. The issue that is very important that we must look at, that I think at some point at one of the summit that we might have in Africa very soon, as I heard the previous speaker talking about October, and then there's another one in Ghana again in September. The issue of greediness and bribery, it's so rife in our continent, and it damages business. It kills business. Busy now with the government of Malawi, with the supplying fuel there. I gave them the proposal of supplying them about 500 million liters of fuel, both including diesel, 50 ppm, 10 ppm, PT93 and PT95, that is petrol, and some other things. But now I'm facing a serious problem, whereby now it's now and then is this, now and then is that. And then the other again, Your Excellency, again in Kenya. I was in Kenya last year in November, and also I got a bad experience. I was called by guys that they say they're working for United Nations, and then the other two, they say they're working for the government of Kenya. And then I was told before I can meet the minister in Kenya, I should put down $10 million on the table. I said, no. Doesn't work that way. And then the same applies with the UN, supplying UN with fuel. It was the same thing. Only then find that when I was at the petrol station, Total, a gentleman asked me, a petrol attendant said to me, say, are you from South Africa? I said, yeah. From the company? I said, yes. How do you know that? He said, you know what? There are some guys that were around here. They were plotting you. And then I think you must leave Kenya immediately. Leave Kenya, Nairobi immediately. And then you'll be safe. Then I said to myself, no, I have to make it a point that I become one, or my companies will become one of the members of the African organizations or the business, so that I can be protected and safe. I do not know or understand in the spectrum of fuel or petroleum in Africa what is so sinister or so important that everyone wants to lay hands on it or wants to put the hands in the cookie or the fingers, and then it end up being a bad thing, to a point whereby people are eliminated immediately or so and all that. But I'm happy that I'm here, and thank you, Ndate Johnson, for inviting me here. And then my story should be heard, and I would love to be part of this fully, participate, and see to it that we build the economy of Africa. It is time now that we build our Africa. Africa for Africans. And we have one currency at one point, and one, governing body that governs the whole continent as it is. And we should have also benefit from our own minerals that are here. Like where I am, my hometown in Vulcan Free State, South Africa, a lot of gold has left the town here, and the province went overseas. It did nothing for my town. It did nothing for my province. It did nothing for even a layman on the street. It's so embarrassing to say that you're a businessman, but you don't know about your commodities, where it is ending up. For instance, you want to buy an 18-carat ring that you get at Sunken City for 300,000 rands. You find that it's been processed outside the country and then bring it down here to sell for 18,000 rands. Unlike things could have been done around here with our own gold, our own platinum, our own diamond. But year by year, month by month, week by week, day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, we lose the commodity. We lose everything in our continent. It goes out, and then we have to rebuy it. I think now it's time in this platform, all of us, we should think about it, sit down, develop our towns, our countries, develop our continent, build a strong economy in our continent, control our minerals, control everything that we have. If there's anybody who wants my contact and all that, I've already posted on that. And then I'm available for any meeting whatsoever. Thank you.
Thank you, Winfred. I will want to really quickly address the challenge that you faced. First and foremost, Kenya and Africa is like any other part of the world. I mean, there are crooks and scammers and all types of people you meet. So unless you find the proper channel, protocol to use, then you might end up in the hands of wrong people. So just the same way I can go to South Africa and maybe using brokers. I don't know the intentions if you're a businessman. So it is important you understand the channels and the protocol of doing business. If you really wanted to engage the business through the Ministry of Energy, we have protocols, we have offices which are in our Google platforms, which are all in our website, government website. You can engage them directly. But if you end up as a businessman engaging street talk and brokers who have no way of giving them authenticity of the offices they hold, you will end up falling in wrong hands. So I would really want to apologize with the experience you had, if it's a matter of follow-up, if you have the contact of these people, I mean, it's important for us to address those things that are happening, the challenge that is facing. But we have a proper structure of how we engage the investors. We have a proper way of how we deal with the investors here. And we have the offices and government departments that deals specifically with the issue as a businessman that you're looking for. If you're dealing with energy, with oil, we have the Ministry of Energy, we have the Ministry of Petroleum that deals with that, and they give proper documentation. These other ones that if you're dealing with a business as a broker on the street, you may end up losing your money and losing even your life, because like any other country in Africa or Europe, you might fall a prey of these scammers or these fraudsters who have no office they hold. So it's important I address that, so that if today I come to South Africa, I know the ministry to address my issue. I know the government department. I know the ambassador who can give me the proper information, so that we're able to protect our investors. Because if we just have a loose way, then we're going to scare away investors because of incidences that have happened that maybe were out of control. So if there is an issue that you need to be addressed and you want to work with the government of Kenya, it is important to address it through the relevant government department. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll do so. I'm still interested on doing business with Kenya, especially on a fuel supplying diesel and petrol. I'm very, very actually my plan is to establish one of the biggest refinery or gantry in the southern part, that is in SADC area, that will supply SADC and Sub-Sahara zone, if it's possible. But I'm working on that very hard. I'm also looking for investors to assist on that so that we can build that and have a pipeline that is also from maybe Saudi Arabia, Russia, and all that. But with Russia right now, it's a topic that we cannot talk about it in terms of what is happening between Russia and Ukraine. But still, the petroleum industry, I'm 100%. I'm looking forward to service a lot of countries in Africa. I'm looking at Tanzania, I'm looking at Zambia, Burkina Faso, Burundi, half of DRC, where it's safe. We know the problem. And then I'm looking at Liberia. At the present moment, I'm busy with Liberia. One of my guys is busy with Liberia. I might be in Liberia soon. And I'm looking forward to partner with people that are very serious. Like the gentleman that spoke says, emails and telephones and WhatsApp, waste of time. Cup of coffee, best. Lunch, best. Breakfast, best. Thank you very much. And then thank you for everyone. And then my contact's already on the board. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so very much. And a very legit issue. And I would like to say thank you, Your Excellency, for bringing in very clearly one of the solution. And this is why we hold this summit. And this is the reason why we are here. And Your Excellency, this is why we invite high delegates or even ministers and presidents and investors. We invite everyone to come and meet under one platform in one room, because we vet every single person that we meet. We make sure if you're saying who you are, our team will go into a very appropriate due diligence to make sure that you are indeed who you are and not who you say you are. And when you come in this place, you come in Camping Ski Hotel on the 21st and 22nd of October, you know for sure the problem that you had to face, Mr. Wilred, you will not have to face this issue. So there is a very huge demand, especially right now with the economic turmoil that's happening. We had countless meetings, Chinese investors, Chinese businessmen. Everyone is right now looking what is next and where should we take our money, our factories, where should we take our business to. So if we can bring that certainty that, listen, when you're coming to Kenya, you are going to meet the right person to connect to. This is what is going to bring them to Kenya. And this is what we are doing right now. And this is our expertise. And this is where we come in, where we are giving this assurance to everyone, to all the businessmen. And if you go right now, for an example, you Google Dr. Haider's name, who is the chairman of the company, you will find all the businesses he has done for the last 30 years. You will find a digital footprint. So also as a word of caution for all my friends who is here, always watch for your digital footprints. So we know exactly who you're dealing with. But I would not want to take too much time. Our 90 minutes almost over, and Mr. Gonzalo wanted to add something to this as a non-native. Mr. Gonzalo, please go ahead.
Yes, just a small note about the experience that our colleague had in Kenya and the answer given. Well, this reminds me my intervention. Acknowledge the room, read the room. We never know who we are stepping on. And this is crucial, not only in Africa. In Africa, probably more than other geographies, because being the main continent in the world where everybody is looking at, scams can happen. So reading the room and identifying the local partners sometimes is a completely different result. I have organized more than 100 missions in Africa, and I heard several Portuguese fellows say that the country where I was, it was not safe. And I realized that he don't know what he's speaking about, because he knocked the wrong door at the wrong moment and get in touch with the wrong person. So business, as I said, it's all about people. and trust and empathy and doing the homework. So before, and specifically in sectors like oil and gas or mining, where the crabs and the scams are around the corner. So this is precisely the subject that I have pinpointed. It is definitely one of the most important assets that an entrepreneur should have. It's to understand the signs and to identify those signs before stepping on someone, before creating even diplomatic incidents. And now more and more people and entrepreneurs are coming to Africa, and this will keep happening. There's no way to avoid that. So my comment is just about don't don't be afraid or don't be skeptical about these kind of testimonials, because they happen and it's natural. But the key to avoid is trust, empathies, local partners, and read the room. And that's only my contribution, that I believe it's important. As a non-native in Africa, those were some key words that I have learned and I apply in every single approach I do in Africa and all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Can I please find out when can I get a chance to speak? Trying to find a sign to signal I'd like to speak.
No, that's fine.
Sorry for that.
You may go ahead. You may go ahead and say a few words.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. I'm so excited and thrilled about your project because it speaks. It's a mutual feeling that I'm having about your summit globally throughout Africa. My name is Gloria Skayawenya. I'm based in Fourways, South Africa, and we host the Africa Mining Summit Investment annually, and it speaks exactly to the heart and the vision of your project. Throughout Africa, currently, we've hosted the project year before last year, up to date, and we also on the mission of making sure that throughout the SADC region from Zambia, South Africa, Limpopo, and all other African countries, we merge, establishing relationships, sourcing out the different investors throughout, for all the different commodities that exist, and also just helping to stabilize starting each mine from ground greenfield. So I definitely feel if we can unite and not compete with each other, but unite in the true sense of the word development and true change, I think we'll really definitely find ourselves in the correct path. I do wish to say, look at my information. I'm not sure how I'm going to reach your details. I'm not so familiar with technology. It's my birthday actually today. So I'm grateful to Mtebo. Mtebo, thank you very much for inviting us on the project, the program. We do wish to extend our relationships with yourselves also, as we're currently only working with, I think we have been invited recently to Kenya. No? Is it Uganda? Sorry, Uganda. And we've been invited in Zimbabwe by the governor there. And there's quite a lot of commodities, and I strongly believe we can have smart cities that we as Africa can unite in establishing. I'm very excited. Thank you for the wishes. It is my birthday.
Happy birthday, madam. Happy birthday. Many more years to come. Hope to see you soon. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So I think maybe with more information, I would like maybe our joint forces with the global business investors to collaborate forcefully, because we believe the same umbrella.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Sure. Our team will be in touch with you and we will connect you. Please leave your number and email to our team. They will connect you and we will get in touch and continue the journey together. Well, I'd like to welcome my friend, thank you, my friend Ken Reuter from Canada. As you can see, the whole world is here. And Mr. Vladimir Meshev from Bulgaria, he's one of the finest investment banker that we had a lunch together recently in Sofia 2 months back, I guess, in 3 months. Time is flying, Vladimir. It's very fast. And he's a professional investment banker, and he handles a lot of projects as well. And we work in some of these project funding. Together we work. He's has a base in the US and also he had been in the US long time also, and based in Europe, and handles all kind of projects. But definitely you need to have a very much a bankable project that Mr. Vladimir can help you with funding, sourcing, and connecting with the funders directly. So with this, thank you so much for joining Vladimir and Mr. Ruta. As usual, you have been a great friend for the last many years now. So, and a great supporter of Business Summit. Appreciate your presence on these holidays. So Mr. Avi, please go ahead. And I saw some of our friends, they were raising hands, they wanted to speak. On Mr. Muhammad from Nigeria.
I think just a quick one, Doctor, is if you can, I don't know how you plan to re-engage with everyone here. I don't know if it's a WhatsApp group or it's a channel, or after the summit, there's a way of people are going to communicate. I don't know how the platform has been organized in terms of engagement, but I will prefer if maybe we can have one engagement platform whereby we can have everyone, so that in case there's an interest of someone who wants to do something maybe in Canada or want to do something in Kenya in regards to this specific issue, they can contact these people directly. Just my way of thinking.
I second that leadership. I second that.
Yeah, thank you.
I also second that too. It's a brilliant idea. Thank you.
We have it already. You can go through our website and you can connect. On our website, there is a platform. You can put your projects if you are looking for funding, if you want to expand your market. We have our finance connections, all due diligence done for decades. Those kind of friends that we can say, this is our friend. Like we would say, Mr. Gonzalo is a friend because I know him, I saw him, we met so many times, we are dealing, we are transacting. So that's how we say friend. And we introduce those kind of finest quality people that you can see here and more. You will find hundreds of them, thousands of them. And that we have in 150 over countries. In one side, investors, in the other side, our investees. In one side, large companies like, as I mentioned, Kerichu. They should not sit in Kenya and sell tea and coffee. They should sell globally. And for them to globalize their brand will take decades. For us, it's few minutes. With this phone, I can connect my
with all due respect
in seconds.
With all due respect to Your Excellency, Doctor, I think as part of engagement with investors, I think investors, they want make it easier for them. We have technology. Make it easier for them. Use one platform, use one channel. If it's a WhatsApp group, here we have WhatsApp group for ministries. We have WhatsApp group for government officials. You put one WhatsApp group where we have all investors, they're scrutinized, then they're added there. Then we have more of engagement. If you need something in Kericho Tea, you engage it. Say, I need something in Kenya. We have a government official there. We'll address it. So make it easy for investors so that they can be able to reach out. If today I need something in South Africa, through their platform, I can be able to engage through the easiest way of engaging them and through their officials and be able to reach out to them. So make it easy for all of us so that it's not people have to go to maybe write an email or write a website or try and get these things done. Make it easy for every one of us so that we can be able to engage freely. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Well noted, Excellency. We will arrange that fast, very fast.
Okay, that's it. Definitely, we are moving towards technology, and we can see the demand. And good thing about you saying that, Your Excellency, is that this idea, Dr. Haider, who spoke about it 5 years ago now, about making it easy for people to connect. And and this is 5-6 years ago, this is how I connected with Dr. Haider. And the vision was what you just said right now, to make it easy for everyone to connect. And at that time, Dr. Haider, if you remember very well, it was like we were trying to impose that vision onto people. And then obviously COVID happened, and things have changed with economic turmoil. Now I can see that, Dr. Haider, if I may say, the situation have reversed, where this time people want us to actually be doing this. So of course, thank you, Excellency. We will be doing the business development on that and making sure that we create, again, a very safe platform. Creating the WhatsApp group for us is not really an issue, but we want to make sure, again, we offer the safety and we make sure everyone is very well vetted. But you can count on us for that. It has been very well noted. Our team is here, placed in different part of the world. They're here right now in the Zoom meeting and listening. That will be definitely part of our next agenda in our next board meeting. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Dr. Haider. I will go to the next one, and I would like to again ask Mr. Mohammed. Your hand was raised for so long. I promise you, my brother, Mr. Mohammed Abdullahi, I've been trying to give you a chance to talk, but I myself don't have a chance to speak. Please, my friend, you are welcome to speak.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. I am Mohammed Abdullahi by name, and as you have seen, I'm from Nigeria. An African staying in Africa. If that was what I've heard some people talk about, Africans staying elsewhere. Well, thank you very much. This is my first time here, and I get to know about this summit from Queen here, who is on this Zoom. And I was really impressed by initiatives like this because, you know, we have also always been struggling in Africa, ranging from either resources or technical competencies and many more challenges like this. And of course, businesses, you know, strive through a lot of challenges before they have been stable. So in my own aspect, I live in the core city of Sokoto in Nigeria, and having living in very much different parts of the country, I get to understand there's a lot of pattern going within the upcoming youths. You know, of course there's challenges education wise, but what is within the classroom? Maybe because I'm an academician, I get to be bothered more about that. The student could not connect cannot connect what is within the classroom and outside the classroom, relevant skills needed to, you know, to make successes in businesses, in every other thing. So there are a lot of gaps in between students. And you can see students finishing high school or secondary school, as we call it here, but maybe communicating in English alone is a problem. Likewise, to be able to reach out for opportunities and partnerships and stuffs like this. So my own model of business that I felt is to find, I am my team, I'm the secretary of the board of directors, is to find an institute that, you know, rebrand and refreshing the education that students are learning from the classrooms. Because if we depend on what the government schools are giving or other things like this, it's always insufficient, and that's the gap we're trying to meet up. And thank God we have been doing it, and students, you know, finishing from our institute happens to be very, very excellent and well sorted. In fact, they're doing very well in their universities and becoming what we really vision it to be. And we felt not just in Sokoto, we can expand to other parts of the country and maybe other part of African communities, because I'm sure although we have individual challenges, we can identify in the individual communities and see where we can fit up the gaps. And it's not just academic. We build students in communication skills, you know, entrepreneurship skills, and a lot of things. And I think it's a great pleasure seeing this platform. I look forward to coming to Nairobi. Welcome. And we see how we can work on that. Thank you very much for the time, and goodbye.
Definitely. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. I think we definitely will have a lot of solutions for what you're doing. We have worked with many people like you in this journey in the last few years. So I look forward to be speaking to you even after the summit. We will definitely connect. Ms. Lima, if you can please take, but Ms. Queen is here. So we will definitely be engaging with you again, and we will see you in Nairobi. Okay, we have gone over our time. We said it's Easter and we wanted to end in 1 hour. And of course, we went over 90 minutes, so we have gone beyond our time. I want to finish with requests. Of course, I've got a few requests. I would like to call Mr. Vladimir, who will be the last speaker for today's event, and then we will be finishing. Mr. Vladimir, in the next 2-3 minutes, if you want to say a few words, I've got a few requests from participants that they would like to hear from you. So for the next 2-3 minutes, if you would like to say something, and then we will end after this.
Thank you very much. My name is Vladimir Mirchev. I run VHM Capital. This is an investment banking boutique. I personally am based in Bulgaria, in Europe, and we collaborate with a number of business developers around the world, in Pakistan, in Sweden, in Finland, UK, US, and so on. We have built our own in-house platform with institutional investors, which right now accounts for a little over 8,100 investors from all segments of the private capital markets, starting from venture capital funds, private equity funds, family offices, debt funds, mezzanine funds, banks, pension funds, endowments, sovereign wealth funds, and so on. We are focused on mergers and acquisitions, advisory, corporate fundraising, and from this year we also start asset management services by implementing a venture studio, small venture studio that we're going to be raising 25 million euros for that to invest in innovations. Predominantly in-house innovations, because we have also R&D center that is coming soon with the engineering team. But we're also going to look at some external opportunities. And later on, we will be working on private equity funds focused on very, very broad investment team sustainability. Which does not include only renewable energy, but basically any type of industry that's whether through innovation or restructuring of operations, you could save materials, electricity, any commodities, whatever. So with that being said, we could help companies with their fundraising, having in mind that we could get them a quick access to a large number of institutional capital. Just as an example, our private equity segment accounts for about 1,500 funds. VC segment is a little over 1,600. More than 600 banks, more than 140 family offices, and so on and so forth. Of course, in order to be introduced to institutional capital, your company or your project needs to be well prepared, as we say, bankable status, meaning of course, speaking just generally here, because every case is looked at separately. But let's say if you are operating company, you need to have a solid business plan, a business valuation, a robust financial model, pitch deck as a minimum. If the project is bigger, let's say bigger than 100 million, you would also need a private placement memorandum, and so on. We could introduce debt, we could introduce equity, we could introduce convertible debt, any type of hybrid capital structures, mezzanine, and so on. We could also support you in development of such documents. We also do valuations, financial modeling, and so on. But if you already have them, And of course, if they're well designed, we just work with that, and we're good to go. Maybe this is a short. Our webpage is vhmcapital.com. For more information, you could log on and see more details on our services and eventually get in touch. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best and happy Easter.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vladimir. And I will not be asking for any questions. I think anyone who has any questions, you're welcome to contact Mr. Vladimir and tell him where you're coming from this webinar, or contact us and we will definitely, with great pleasure, connect you with him. We have reached towards the end of our webinar. And again, I would like to say thank you to everyone who joined. It's been a great crowd. You're all always very good to me, being one of the hosts, and co-host, obviously, Mr. Abid. And without also forgetting our tickets on sales for the summit, we are still running our early bird discount. So if you have not yet booked your ticket, please, you can go on our website to really book your ticket. And if you're coming from this webinar, you can reach out to one of our consultants, Ms. Queen, who is here, and we can work with payment arrangements or anything. We just want to have you there. We want to create the synergy and we want to make your business successful. So please, again, what we do at Business Summit, in Investor Summit, we bring 200 plus business owners, investors, and high delegates in one room to make business happen. I am Abhishek Basbia, Vice President of Business Summit, and it's been a pleasure to be with you all. And I would like to now call Dr. Haider to say the last few words as we end our webinar for today.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek. Thank you very much. Appreciate your efforts and the team efforts altogether to help our friends and clients and families, as we always say. Our next webinar is next month, and we'd like to welcome you to Nairobi. Of course, it has been a talk already. So Nairobi has been a talk. So I'll not talk much about Nairobi anymore. So I'd like to welcome you on 17th May. We'll have the same time webinar, and you will meet many other friends. Today being the Easter holidays, I think many of our friends are not here. So wish you all the best for the weekend, and look forward to see you in Nairobi. At the same time, look forward to see you briefly next month on a monthly basis. We have this webinar until our in-person summit in Nairobi. You will be meeting us virtually, or we'll be meeting probably somewhere. I keep on traveling. So if there is a business, like I went to meet Vladimir 2 months back in Sofia in Bulgaria, and last month in many countries in Africa, in Nigeria, Ghana, Angola, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and then to Asia in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and our friends from Malaysia, Singapore. I can see Dr. Aziz from Singapore, and I see Mr. Jackie from Thailand. You see the connectivity from Asia until US, in the North America and even South America. There are friends from Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Rabin, and other friends from all the way from southern part of America. I don't remember all the names. Some of them already left. We had about 70 over people today that came and go, and still we have 47 numbers that we can see. I wish you all the best for the weekend, and also a happy Easter, and look forward to see you in Nairobi, and also next month on the 17th of May with some good news that you have achieved something from this event, because my and my team's only intention is to see that you success, you make a success, and you get a results. You get something. When you join this room, you come empty-handed. When you go back, you have something. You at least build a good friendship with someone that is the center of influence for your life, for your business. This is our intention, and we have been doing it very successfully for decades now. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
You have a nice day.
Thank you from
Bye-bye.